Hola amigos, today we are going to be making some puerco con calabacita, some pork meat with squash, and I will be showing y'all how I do it. First we're going to start with these. You can get pork meat that's already cubed, but I didn't. So I'm going to be cutting up these boneless chops and into little cubes. I'll show you right now. Okay, so this is the gist of it. You can make different sizes. Some people like to make them a little bigger. I like to make them this big. So I'll do that with the rest of the meat, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Okay guys, so this is what approximately 4 pounds of meat looks like, cut up in little cubes. I put some oil in the pan, as you can see, not a lot, just a little bit. I don't know how many teaspoons or whatnot that is. So what you're going to want to do before you put the meat in is you're going to want to go ahead and turn on your stove. I like to do like a medium high, and we're going to let that get warm before we add our meat. Okay, this is nice and hot, and this is how you know. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to add it all and then put the seasoning. Comino, garlic powder, poquito de sal, a little bit of salt. And then you can put onion powder, but I'm going to be using fresh onion, probably a 1.5 of this. I'm not going to use both full. I'm going to use fresh garlic. I'm going to chop it up. This is going to be just to add into the final mixture for flavor. This will cook with the heat of the liquid, a bell pepper, and some calabacitas. We're over here measuring with our heart, you know what I'm saying? I don't measure, I don't know. This is approximately 4 pounds of pork, and I'm not measuring over here. You do you, boo. You do you. Okay, so I'm just kind of mixing everything up. It's super important to cook pork all the way through. And altogether, this dish is going to take approximately 2 hours, maybe even 3. Some people even can take longer depending on how large you cut up your meat. But I'm not trying to have meat that's too big or too small. You know what I'm saying? I want the perfect size. This is bite size. It still fits into taquitos. Yeah, so I'll keep stirring this and I'll take you over to the vegetables. This is why my stove gets dirty. Just throw that back in there. Okay, I am going to go ahead and lower the heat and let this kind of cook in itself, covered for the duration of while I'm chopping up the veggies. As you can see, I've now got my vegetable cutting mat, and I'm going to be using a fresh knife. I did wash my stuff in between, but just in case. Part 2.